Hey, what's up guys? We are back with this week at Bungie, 11th of November, and today we go through some very important things. Sandbox changes in December, and we're also going to be taking a quick look at the changes on Trials of Osiris. So we are going to be using, if you use code ML3FD4ND9, this is the new emblem that is going to be supporting the giving away, and it's going to be supporting the Transgender Awareness Week. So this is a complete free emblem, so make sure you enter this code onto bungie.net to get the emblem and support the transgender community. Also, Trials Lab is back again. So this week we are going to be revisiting Trials Labs with Capture Zone. So Capture Zone is still eliminations, but they have the changes. Basically, we have 30 seconds after the round starts. A Capture Zone is enabled. Players can capture this zone to win the round, or just eliminate the other team like normal. The Capture Zone has a waypoint from round start, including a countdown timer, so everyone will know exactly when and where it will be. The Capture Zone starts in the middle of the map in the first round and changes locations each round. So let's see, we had one of these already. So basically they have made a slight changes from the previous time. So based on our feedbacks, we are going to see we're going to be using a stronger Trials map. Endless Veil is going to be the Trials map, and rather than rotating through points that give one team a significant location advantage, we are rotating through 3 neutral zones, one at temple, one at mid, and one at shrine. So players no longer get super energy when capturing a zone, either before or after the round ends. So basically those are the changes. So they're gonna be 3 neutral zones. That's gonna make the teams move around through different parts of the map. That's actually great. Endless Veil is actually a great map to actually test this out and see how it works. Let's hope it actually works this weekend. So as we mentioned last week, the card-based matchmaking is on all weekend, with the flawless pool turning on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. As per the previous 2 labs, a 2 times Trials rank booster will be on all weekend. So going forward, they are looking at adding end match rewards prior to getting a 7-win card, making it more worthwhile to play in the flawless pool, and for increasing reputation gain, especially after the later ranks. We are still firming up plans, so expect more information on rewards in December. So now we are gonna go on to the 30th anniversary coming December 7th, and these are gonna be the Sandbox changes. So archetypes. Shotguns are getting in season 11. They want to see the slugs to be available thing on PvE. So what's going to happen is they reduce slug shotgun PvE damage bonus from 30 to 20%, and they give the pellet shotgun a 10% PvE damage bonus. Linear fusion rifles. So basically they have increased the damage on PvE of all the linear fusion rifles by 10%. So they want to make the linear fusion rifles a little bit more powerful, as well as having the particle deconstruction as your artifact mod. Also the caster swords. So basically they have reduced the heavy attack ammo cost from 8 to 5. That's a great change. Also bows, we're gonna get the bows. It's gonna be increased the damage versus rank and file enemies by around 10%. And they are also adding the actual damage with the bows, which is actually great. And also the sidearms and fusion rifles. We have an increased sidearm and fusion rifle projectile speed from 999 to 9099, and which makes the hits count regardless of frame rate. So basically that's obviously a bit of a good change for people that are running, depending on the frame rate on 60 FPS or higher. It's gonna be better. Now, regarding exotics, Vex Mythoclast. So, reduce the aim assist stat by 25. Reduce the linear fusion rifle mode aim assist cone scalar from 1.1 to 1.05. Now requires 3 eliminations or full overcharge instead of 2. Fighting Lion, basically they removed the multi-hit requirement, so dealing any damage will grant the buff. Increase the buff to the reload stat from 50 to 70, and reload will still be slow if you miss, but if you land any damage, Fighting Lion will reload faster than it did before the nerf. And then increase the buff duration by to 7%, to 7 seconds actually. Avalest, we have an intrinsic anti-barrier. So Avalest is getting anti-barrier as an intrinsic. That is great. Sleep Stimulant, we're gonna get increased magazine from 3 to 4 on the Sleep Stimulant, and the PvE damage by 6%. That's actually great. Sleep Stimulant is gonna be back to the top, I guess, with this buff. Suros Regime, so dual mode receiver, now grants the following in addition to its current effects: 30 plus range, 3 plus zoom. It's a good change for the weapon. I don't think it's gonna make it any better. Cryostasis 77k. So they have removed the variable trigger completely. Now fires on trigger press instead of release. This will make it feel much more responsive. Charge shot, move to special reload. Getting a final blow with the sidearm enables access to the special reload. Once the charge shot is fired, the weapon reverts back to the standard sidearm mode. This does not cost you your entire magazine. Charge shot now causes an 8-hour effect, which freezes AI and slows players that it hits still freeze. Those are great changes for the Cryostasis, and it might make some people use it again for PvE activities. Leviathan's Breath. The Catalyst now grants the Archer's Tempos perk in addition to its other effects. Great change for Leviathan's Breath. I don't see many people using it, and I would like to use it more often as well. Whisper of the Worm, so reduce the delay on activating whisper breathing from the catalyst from 2.1 seconds to 1.2 seconds. White Nail magazine refuel change was 3 from inventory, now pulls 2 from inventory and 1 from thin air. So increase damage in PvE by 10%. Be careful with this. Whisper of the Worm is, I guess, it's gonna be back to the top on one of the heavy hitters. Darcy, the sniper rifle. So reduce flinch, recoil, and accuracy degradation by 50% while personal assist is active. Personal assistant now has a 1 second delay before deactivating when off target was instant. Increase damage in PvE by 20%. Watch out for Darcy. Darcy's coming hard. They want to get your exotic spot. Malfeasance, they have increased explosion damage by 50%. Oof, Malfeasance, they are buffing a lot of weapons. Dead Man's Tail. So basically with Dead Man's Tail, they have increased the reticle friction fall off distance. No effect on mouse and keyboard. Less recoil, reduce effect on mouse and keyboard. And improve accuracy, reduce effect on mouse and keyboard. So that's basically most of it. It's basically only present for mouse and keyboard, and are much more impactful on controller. Heir Apparent Catalyst. Reduce the damage resistance against players from 75% to 25% only. So that's a big nerf for, obviously, which is actually going to be a PvP, because everyone's using Heir Apparent for the actual Trials of Osiris, and it seems like that change is gonna hurt a little bit the weapon. Lorenz Driver, remove the ability energy regeneration on picking up a telemetry. And Traveler's Chosen now grants 10% ability energy per stack on activation. Was previously more generous on low stacks, less generous on high stacks. The average and amount for 10 stacks are unchanged. Reduce the stacks granted on a Guardian defeat from 3 to 2 only. Perks, Adrenaline Junkie, eliminations with the weapon can add single damage stacks or extend existing ones. Granite eliminations boost their stacks immediately to +5 and lower the duration to compensate for weapon activation. Vorpal weapon was 15% damage on all weapons, now it's only 10% damage on heavy weapons, 15% on special weapons, and 20% on primary weapons. No change to damage versus players in Super. Whirlwind Blade increased the number of stacks needed to hit maximum damage from 5 to 10, and Pulse Monitor changed threshold for activation from 90% health to 30% shield. In example, this now requires much less damage to trigger. Mods, the quick access sling, it's actually been, the functionality has changed, so now it was a plus 100% handling, 0.9% ready, stow, aim assist, aim down sights time to 0.4 seconds after running out of ammo. Now is gonna be 0.9 ready stow time at all time. Also, this change also applies to the swap mag perk, as they use the same perk behind the scenes. So full auto retrofit. So added a full auto retrofit weapon mode that enables full auto trigger while the trigger is held, usable on legendary hand cannons, sidearms, and scout rifles, and pulse rifles. This is unlocked by default for all players. So there's gonna be a full auto retrofit for hand cannon, sidearms, scout rifles, and pulse rifle. That is great. Having hand cannons and sidearms and full auto, that's gonna be interesting. In the near future, so they're gonna be making weapon differentiation. They have the two, kind of like hand cannons. The variation, one from the Suros Foundry and the other one from the latest raid. So they're basically gonna try to make a little bit more weapon differentiation between them, so you can actually tell where the weapon is coming from and where is it from a Suros Foundry, is it from a Viced Foundry, is it from the raid. So they want to make specific weapons, and you can actually tell the weapon is coming from a specific maker. So we have the Threads of Light as well. Those are really cool looking. These are really cool looking Guardians this week. And we have more bounties. We have the Latin America bounties on November 15th, you can see on the screen, and the United Kingdom on November 20th. Now, let's go to the end where we can see the actual... before we go to the end, actually, we are going to go to see the hotfix coming. This was the hotfix from last Tuesday. There is another hotfix coming on next Tuesday, November 16th, to Destiny 2. And we are going to get the hotfix patch notes later on, probably next week after the release of the patch. And this is the hotfix that we had, the 3.3.1.3. So they have changed on the activities, the pursuits. They have the fix an issue that caused the sub-mechanist method to require defeating 3 opponents instead of 2. Abilities, the perks, they have fixed an issue where some subclass and exotic armor perks were unintentionally activated when damaging stasis crystals, and in general they have localization, so fix the issue where frenzy and rampage perks were both named shard in Pollux, causing confusion. So they actually changed that as well. And now let's go to the end of this week at Bungie, and this is a lot of information. So if you made it this far, bless your heart, you're a kind of people. While every TWABs leading to the 30th anniversary might not have this much meat on the bone, I can promise they will all have plenty of gravy and stuffing. See you soon. So there is a lot of news coming on regarding the 30th anniversary of Bungie, coming on December 7th to Destiny 2, and it's gonna be great. There's some more sandbox changes that we're gonna be actually get to see before we get the release of the new season, well, the new expansion, mini expansion, which is going to be basically a dungeon and a new raid, the 30th anniversary of Bungie. With that said, thank you very much, guys. If you want to catch me live on twitch.tv/LordVileGaming, I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I stream a lot of Destiny 2. So stay tuned. We do GM carries, and we also do a lot of raids carries and trials carries as well. If you like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything Lord Val Gaming. And until next time, bye bye.